Welcome, friends, haters, gentle lovers, and feeders. Join me while we experience together the most bafflingly interesting person on the internet. On today's episode, Amberlynn Reed does basically nothing. Hello, my friends. So, Amberlynn is sticking to Semaglutide for whatever reason, even though in the last one she admitted it doesn't do anything. Of course, then she said, well, I'm going to stick with it. Good luck with that. But it's a good thing she has these all scheduled out because we know in this moment she's not doing jack shit. Actually, I'm guessing she's doing a few things. Number one, she's eating. Number two, she's feeling sorry for herself. And number 3 and 4-ish, she's talking to Emily. And she's also talking to whatever girlfriend she's got lined up next. So, if you'd like to like and subscribe, that would literally be hectic. I'm not going to lie.
Hello. Today is January 19th, and I caught up on a little bit of sleep last night because if you guys remember my last vlog, I was saying how I just haven't been getting much sleep lately, and yes, it's by choice. I've just been busy doing things, and
I've just been busy doing things. No specifics. Just been busy doing things. Things. No, absolutely not. Like if she had just said, I'm not getting much sleep, I think we could have all been like, well, she's just not sleeping well. Maybe it's the semaglutide, maybe whatever. But then she says, it's because I'm busy. Like, you lost me there. Like, I might have believed it until you said that. Like, nah, bullshit. She doesn't know what busy is.
I prefer being awake. That's just me. And when your girl prefers being awake, that means her mental health is better. Any hoozle.
See, and she just takes what she's heard on the internet about like depression and different mental health issues. And then she says, when your girl likes being awake, that means her mental health is better. Like, she doesn't know what she's talking about.
I woke up to a few 24-hour Cameo requests, so I just want to say thank you so much for that. Like, when people ask for 24-hour Cameo requests, I try to fulfill them as quickly as possible. I have definitely gotten so much better at Cameos because I'm telling you, when I first started, it might not have seemed like it, but I was like shy and I was nervous and they were like a minute long. And now, like, I'm doing like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Like, I'm just yapping at the bits and I can't shut up. But
Okay, first of all, yapping and not being able to shut up does not mean that it's a good cameo, right? Just rambling about random shit is not quality content. But also, I mean, I guarantee you her cameos are like, so let's do an example cameo from Amberlynn. Will you tell my cousin Steve happy birthday? Hi, Steve, this is Amberlynn. I've had lots of birthdays. My birthdays, I always get these, people can always get me lots of really great gifts, but I like to get people gifts on their birthdays too, because I like to buy the most expensive thing I can find because I really pay attention to all my friends, and I have had 34 birthdays actually. And my favorite birthday is probably my, you know what? I can't pick my favorite birthday, but anyway, so I really like birthdays. I hope you really like birthdays too. Anyway, thanks, bye. Because she doesn't care about them. She always finds a way to talk about herself. We've seen a couple of actual cameos from her, and it's just talking about herself.
I really want my cameos to feel like I am genuinely like sitting there talking to a friend. I just want it to be super relaxed and chill and laid back. And it definitely does feel like I'm just like sitting there FaceTiming with a friend. So yeah, anyways. And by the way, I've been obsessed with this app, Dice Dreams. What is a Gream? I've been obsessed with this game, Dice Dreams. And I posted it on my community post because there's like a little part where it's like, if you want extra little dice rolls, you can invite your friends and everyone gets that option. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to post it on my community post and everyone thinks I'm like being promoted to do this or like it's a sponsor. It's literally not. I'm just playing by myself, and I wanted a couple extra little dice rolls. Now
I will say, if you are playing some mobile game where you can invite friends to get great things, having a big following probably comes in handy. I mean, I don't think anybody's approaching Amberlynn to do any sponsorships, so I'm not going to read too much into that, but who knows?
Not sponsored whatsoever, but if I remember, I will put the link below. You guys definitely need to play this game. Like, I think if you join, you get some dice rolls, I get some dice rolls. I don't even know. All right, you guys, we have an Amazon haul, and this is not the only package. Let me open this guy up. Doing things is just drastically easier with no nails. I'm literally telling you. What?
Yeah, duh. Like, I could have told you that, and I've never had nails. So I still just am baffled by the fact that she can make content just saying, look at this shit that I bought. I want to do that. I just want to buy a bunch of stuff and just show it off and make a lot of money. Where do I sign up for that? Again, she does not know how lucky she is to be where she's at.
What kind of fuckery is this?
Is that a butt crack? Is this? It is, isn't it? Is that her? This is her shelf right here, and then there's the. Sorry.
So Wasabi loves a scratching device. Like, he has one at all times. He scratches on it, he lays on it, he sleeps on it, he plays on it. So I like to get him a new one frequently. So I've actually never seen ones like this where he can literally lay inside of it, which is perfect because he likes to lay on his scratch things. Like, it's literally so cute and aesthetic. He is going to literally love this so much. And there's like catnip, so
He's going to literally love it so much. I mean, he's a cat.
spray some like catnip on top. All right, next is this little guy here. Wow, easy breezy, beautiful. We don't need nails around here, girls. And then another box. So I am trying to do out with the old, in with the new when it comes to my perfume. And I'm gonna be real.
Oh, come on. She has like perfume collections. And she's saying out with the old, in with the new. Girl, you buy perfume all the time. And I guess that's what she's trying to say is like, yeah, I'm buying more perfume, but I'm going to get rid of some of it. I promise. Like, no, you're not. Shut up. She displays it in her shelves, in her really aesthetic shelves.
Organizing my whole bookshelf, which has my perfume on it. And my perfume is actually, I'm going to put in my closet. It's going to be this whole thing, but I'll vlog it. I am getting a couple more new perfume.
She'll vlog putting her perfume in her closet. Cool.
This one's called Clementine. I can't pronounce that, so let's just not even go there. That's what that looks like. All right, let's smell it. Not me having bat wings.
Is she referencing, is it, I think it's Bottle, right? That says, do you see what I see? Is that, and then they always have the little bat wing thing. For somebody who doesn't watch reaction channels, she sure knows the references. So her little perfume bottle that says Clementine Bijou. Bijou means kisses. Like, it usually accompanies like a goodbye, and you write it like an X, you know, like XOXO sort of thing. And so, or it's almost like saying goodbye, you know, so you say goodbye, bijou. I don't know. It's a French thing. I don't get it, but just so you know, that's what it means.
It literally has like a fruity clementine smell. Oh my God, that smells so good. It's like summer. Summer's in the air. Next, we have this. I finally did it, folks. I got the new Mario Party Jamboree. I am so excited to play this on my Switch.
You know, here's the thing. Mario Party, playing it by yourself, like if you play it by yourself, no offense, but yeah, Mario Party is made to play with other people. You know, I mean, you can play it by yourself, obviously, but it's just the fact that she's playing it by herself and might be doing that for a while. It's kind of sad. I am really good at these freeze frames.
I cannot wait. Last but not least, so there's two things in here. One, we have some stickers. I'll show them in a second. Next, this is just like a little rolly thing to put on my counter for when I wash my dishes. I usually just wash my dishes and then let them dry on like a towel. I'm over it. So this is actually for clean dishes to dry. So it's black and white, and I hope it looks cute on my counter, fingers crossed. So I have been doing a lot of scrapbooking lately, and I like to use words in my scrapbook. So this is just like a bunch of quotes and words. All right, you guys, so we have,
I mean, she's got hobbies, you know, scrapbooking, Lego, end of list. Oh, journaling, of course. Obviously journaling.
we have a huge grocery haul. We just came back inside from bringing the groceries in. So I'm going to be putting away my groceries as I haul. It's going to be a whole moment. So I do like to have like frozen foods for moments where I just don't feel like cooking. And one thing I like to have are these beef and bean frozen burritos.
Is most of this video going to be her just showing what food she bought?
I also got a can of corn. I got 1 and 2 things of chicken broth, aluminum foil. And then in this bag, we literally just have 2 things.
So, you know, we have the theory that she shows all this on her videos because she can treat it like a work expense and write it off on her taxes. I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know. You know, I don't know if that's true or not, but it just seems weird that this is content. Like, just showing what you've bought is so weird. You know, like, I mean, she's been doing it for years. So if she can write it off on her taxes, then she would know that by now, right? So she's either doing it because she can write it off on her taxes, or she knows she can't and she's doing it anyway. Either way, it's stupid.
Of ground beef and a thing of ground turkey. So random fact, the thing about the ground beef that I get, it's extra lean. So the calories are the exact same as the ground turkey, and the fat content, literally the only difference is 1 gram. I got another thing of bagels because I've definitely been loving a bagel. I got a thing
Thomas. Don't forget those are Thomas bagels because her girlfriend's name is Thomas, she said. So I wonder if every time she looks at her bagels, she will sigh longingly at what could have been.
Of Nutty Buddies. Don't judge me. I'm not judging you. I got some white rice.
Don't judge me. I'm not judging you. We're not the ones trying to lose weight. We're not the ones on semaglutide. We're not the ones who have been on a 10-year weight loss journey. Judge you. You judge you. God damn it.
Rice. I used to eat this all the time. I got the Deli Fresh rotisserie seasoned chicken breast. It is literally the best lunch meat. I don't know if this is a new thing they do, but I've never noticed it before. I got this tiny milk. I need it because I'm making my own
She got a tiny milk, you know. I don't know why, but that drives me nuts when she says milk.
gravy, and it's like I didn't need a huge thing of milk, so I got this little one. I also got all-purpose flour. I'm telling you, I've never cooked with this a day in my life, but I'm actually gonna be making my own gravy, so I needed these things. I got my favorite thing ever, well, one of my favorite things. It's the Duke's hot and spicy smoked shorty sausages, so good. And I do refrigerate them because they last longer and they taste way better cold. Got some more scallions. So I showed these in one of my last vlogs while I was at the grocery store, and I didn't actually.
And of course she got some, you know. If she shows something, 99% chance she bought it or will get it.
Buy them then, but I bought them this time. It's the Jack Link's 2 flavors in 1 bag. I want to do a taste test for you guys one of these days. Got some butter. I also got more cream cheese. I didn't really need more of like just the regular cream cheese, but just in case I did get more. But I definitely needed more of my favorite cream cheese in the whole world. It's the honey pecan. Got some garbage bags, a bag of white onions, 3 potatoes because I am just one girly pop, and I bought a bag of potatoes before, and I end up just like wasting a lot of them. So again, I like to have just a couple frozen things on hand, and I enjoy a Hot Pocket. So I got the Italian style meatballs and mozzarella, and I also got the Philly steak and cheese. I got another can of corn.
I'm sorry, but Hot Pockets suck. Like, I used to like them when I was like a teenager, but you know, there's a kind of a meme, or they're sort of known for not being able to cook them correctly. They're like piping hot, scalding hot on the outside and still frozen into a clump in the middle. Like, and even if I do cook them right, they're just not great.
Corn, a can of green beans, actually another can of green beans as well, 2 cans of tomato sauce, 2 cans of petite diced tomatoes, some of these caramel rice cakes, which are so good with regular cream cheese on top, I promise you, delish. I also got the Cool Ranch Doritos, and then last but not least, I got some of these popcorners. And
of course, she has those rice cakes that are already flavored, and I mean, I get they're rice cakes, but she takes what could be a pretty healthy snack, and then she puts cream cheese on it. So it's like, you're doing it wrong.
And white cheddar, I saw someone talking about these, so I said I'm gonna give them a try. All right, guys, now it is time for my 3rd semaglutide shot. Nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I know, I'm trying not to. So I'm currently wiping my stomach with a alcohol wipe.
So it sounds like her mom is there, and she said semaglutide specifically. So, you know, I had a theory that maybe her mom is giving her like an insulin shot or something, because clearly the semaglutide is not working. She's even admitting that it's not working. I'm on this side now. I gotta use this hand. But she's even admitting that it's not working.
While my mom's getting the semaglutide in the syringe. So it does have B12 in it, so it is like this reddish color, because B12 is red. When I first saw it, I was alarmed. I was like, what?
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
No blood.
That was fast.
Did you bleed right after?
Yeah.
Or-
There's a lot of layers they have to get through. So yeah, I'm not surprised it doesn't bleed.
Last time I bled, I didn't tell you guys, and that was the only time I've ever bled before. So I was like, whoa. I messaged the provider, and they were just like, it's okay. Like, don't be like alarmed, because you guys know me, I have like anxiety. So
Oh, shut up. Oh my God. I'm guessing they just hit like a blood vessel or something, but because you know me, I've got anxiety. Like, it's blood. Doing a normal thing, like if you see blood and you don't think there's supposed to be blood, calling your doctor or calling the person that is prescribing you the thing that you're doing is a normal thing to do. That's not a mental health thing. That's just what people do. So I think she is so sheltered, self-sheltered, and so cut off from like reality that when she does something that's just normal, she sees it as quirky or something that has to do with anxiety or something like that. You know, like when the olive lid didn't pop, she was like, I don't want to eat these. Like, yeah, that's the whole point of the pop. If it doesn't pop, that means they're not fresh. That's not weird or quirky or something to do with mental health. That's just a normal thing people do. Just like if you see blood where there's not supposed to be, calling about it, trying to find out if that's okay, is a normal thing to do. Kind of like if you're bleeding for months, calling the doctor would be a pretty normal thing to do. What's not normal is ignoring it, and then when you finally go to the doctor and find out it's serious, blaming it on your significant other. I think the most frustrating thing is, you know me, I have anxiety. Anxiety. You know?
So, yeah, not bleeding. I think it's because we did it so slow last time, because I was like, let's do it nice and slow. Because some people put it in slow, some people do it faster. I don't know. All right, you guys.
I don't know. I'm not a medical professional, but every shot I've ever gotten has been as quick as you can.
Little cook with me session. So right now I am just peeling potatoes. I'm gonna be making like a ground beef. I'm saying gravy for the lack of a better word, because I don't really know if we should consider it gravy, but we can. So I have.
Hold on. She's making a ground beef gravy as the meal? Wouldn't it just be like a stew? What is she talking about? Because you'd think if she was making like a meal and then gravy to put on it, she would say, I'm making XYZ meal and I'm making gravy to go with it. But she just flat out said, I'm making ground beef gravy. Like, what?
Water boiling on the stove for the potatoes, because it is gonna be over potatoes. You could do it over rice, even over some like egg noodles if you want.
This is gonna be a stew. And she's gonna call it a gravy.
I'm making enough for leftovers. I'm trying my very hardest to like not be so creeped out by leftovers. Something I can never have leftovers of is rice, because
creeped out by leftovers. Man, she is just insufferable, you know? Again, it can't be just, I don't really like leftovers, because a lot of people don't like leftovers. That's just a normal thing. It has to be creeped out by leftovers. Oh, my eyes are hurting and rolling so hard.
because within the last year, I learned that having leftover rice is actually really bad for you, because there's like a bacteria that can easily form. So I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good off that. I also added a little bit of.
Well, and leftover rice is just gross. You can never get it the right consistency when you're reheating it. So, I don't know, whatever.
Chicken bouillon to the water, so the potatoes have a little bit of flavor that they're boiling in. Okay, so now let's start working on the ground beef gravy, just for the lack of a better word here. And we're gonna start off with cutting some onion. All right, so I wanna make.
I think the better word she's looking for is stew.
Small pieces here. I'm not the greatest at cutting onion. I usually don't even like to be cutting onion. I'm trying so hard to like get out of these weird anxiety obsessions that I have.
See, and oh my God, nobody likes cutting onion. That's just a normal thing. It smells bad. It makes your fingers smell bad. That's just a normal thing. But yet again, here we are. I know I've got to cut onions, but I really have to overcome my mental illness to be able to cut the onions. Aren't I brave?
Chop it like this. All right, so these are nice and small. We need a pot, obviously. I am going to add the tiniest bit of oil so I can cook the garlic and the onion. Ready? So I do not measure anything. I measure with a heart. So we're gonna add some minced garlic like that. So I'm wanting to just cook the onion.
What do you want to bet there's going to be garlic salt? There's got to be garlic salt.
And garlic just a little bit, not fully. All right, I'm trying to put you guys on a spot so you can see what I'm doing. So I am going to be cooking with the extra lean ground beef. So that's why you really don't need much oil. If I wasn't actually cooking the onion and the garlic first, I wouldn't have used oil at all. The lean ground beef does have natural oils, but not a lot. So that's why I always get the extra lean. Okay, this is looking perfect. So now I'm going to add the beef. I'm going to add black pepper, garlic salt.
Hey!
And now
There it is. Does she know that you can cook without garlic salt? I mean, you can. In fact, I would wager to say most people don't put garlic salt in very many dishes.
I'm just gonna cook the beef down and let it get all mixed up with the onion and garlic. So I feel like in the last decade, I have definitely gotten a lot better with cooking. I am not gonna lie about that. Nothing I've ever made I have disliked.
Oh, that reminds me. So where she said, I'm gonna lie about that. In that live stream where she announced the breakup, at one point her phone makes a weird noise and she immediately goes, what was that noise? Did you guys hear that? And she acted real weird about it. And then she actually kind of, while in the middle of blubbering and crying, she goes, did you guys hear that? Because I sure did.
Help you. Thank you for letting me know that. Whoa, my phone just made a weird noise. What was that? Did you guys hear that? Because I know I sure did. That scared me.
and made a weird joke about it. And I thought, that's weird. Like, what was that about? And then some people were saying, like in comments and stuff, were saying that they're pretty sure that sound that it made was from some sort of like saucy app, some app that she probably shouldn't have or whatever. And so she immediately heard it and was like, oh shit, you know, and trying to cover it up by being like, well, was that weird? I've never heard that before. And so I don't know what app it was, but I would like to know. If you know what app that notification sound comes from, that would be hectic.
I have liked everything I've cooked, but I feel like as I've gotten older, I've just gotten better. I was never taught how to cook, so I definitely taught everything myself. I do have a
Yeah, we can tell. We can tell that all this random shit you throw together has no training and no real understanding of flavor theory.
family full of people that cook really well, but I was never taught. So I am self-taught. I am trying to learn a little bit here and there though. So as you guys can see, it makes the tiniest bit of oil, but not much at all compared to like regular beef. And like I said earlier in this video, this beef is literally only 1 more gram fattier than like ground turkey, and it's the same amount of calories. Okay, so now that it is pretty much done being
And it probably tastes 5 times better because ground turkey is not great.
cooked, I am going to add a little bit of chicken broth. You can also use beef broth, of course. I am going to add a tablespoon of butter. I'm going to add a little bit of milk here, some flour, some cream cheese. So you can add Worcestershire sauce or however you say it. I don't have any, so I'm gonna add some A1. Again, I don't measure, I measure with my heart. Now I'm just gonna stir, and this is just gonna thicken up as it simmers on the stove. Wow, this literally smells phenomenal. So I'm gonna let this thicken up, simmer. The potatoes are pretty much done as well, and I will show you the completed product. So here it is. It looks exactly how I wanted it. I tried it already and it's so freaking good. So here is my bowl with my potatoes. This is so comforting. Like, this is comfort food. So if you look at pictures online of ground beef gravy, it all looks like this. I wish I had like some green to garnish. All right, so here we go for a little taste test. It is literally still steaming, so let me blow on this.
Okay, so the potatoes are sort of like the dish, and then she's put, I don't know, man. It's just slop is what it is. It's just ground beef slop.
For a little bit. Wow, it is so flavorful. Exactly what I wanted on a cold night.
So she's not doing her orgasmic face. So it's probably not that great. You know, and that's the problem is with her, you can tell if she actually likes something or not. She'll eat it, but I don't think she likes it as much as she's going to say she does because she made it. So she needs to make it seem like it's delicious. But she also can't, because when she actually likes something, she goes, you know, she can't help herself but like give the O face.
Bon appetit. All right, you guys, so it is pretty late at night. I have leftovers for tomorrow. It was such a good dinner. It was exactly what I was craving. Tomorrow is actually weigh-in day, so I am a little anxious about that. I've definitely been doing a lot lately, moving my body a lot more.
Her hair is looking greasy and nasty. Look at that. Look at all this kind of where it's all clumping together. I think she is sticking with that not washing my hair for weeks regimen.
Or I'm definitely holding on to some water. I have some fluid retention due to my lipedema and lymphedema. Those are just illnesses that I have to like deal with on this weight loss journey. And if I gain a couple pounds due to that, I'm not going to let it be a failure. I'm not going to let it make me give up because I know that I've been doing better.
She's on semaglutide and she's making excuses for why she's gaining weight. Almost everybody in my comments and that I've talked to about semaglutide have said, bro, if you're on semaglutide, you can't eat. Like, your appetite is just gone. And you just start losing weight at an alarming rate, you know? So the fact that she's gaining weight and still eating constantly, like, it's just not adding up. I mean, the only other option is that she's on the wrong dose, right? She needs a higher dose, which is even worse because then she has nowhere to go. Like, she's already going to be so high that in a year, she's going to have to take so much to keep going. Like, she's getting nowhere. In fact, she's gaining weight. Like, this is crazy.
I know that I feel better. Yes, it's greatly frustrating because if I didn't have these illnesses, then this wouldn't even be an issue.
Oh, and of course, it's the lipedema, lymphedema. That's the problem, right? Yeah, for sure. It's not the fact that you're still eating just like you've always eaten. And she hears people say that, right? She hears people say, how many calories must you be eating if you're gaining weight on semaglutide? That's crazy. So then she comes on here and is like, oh, you know, my illnesses that I have, lipedema and lymphedema, there's nothing I can do. I mean, yeah, you could eat less.
Without a doubt be weighing in tomorrow and losing weight, but like the fact that I have been moving so much and I am so swollen could be an indicator that I gain a couple pounds tomorrow. So it is what it is. As long as I keep making good choices, I'm gonna lose.
That should be Amberlynn's motto. It is what it is, because she's never gonna change. So what difference does it make? No matter what happens, she just goes, it is what it is. I'm disappointed, but it is what it is.
Lose the fat. I'm gonna lose the things that matter because my lipedema and lymphedema is not going away. It's always gonna be an issue, but everything is gonna level out if I just keep staying on track. And no, I'm not perfect. I am not aiming for perfection right now. I want to be able to enjoy the things that I'm craving, and you only live once. I want to lose weight and show people that you can lose weight.
That's a weird thing to say. You only live once. I mean, yeah, but not for very long if you keep it up like this.
While eating things that you love. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.
Gross. So she's clearly just making excuses and has no intention of losing weight at all. She never has, but this is pretty plain to see now. She's bringing in the lipedema and lymphedema, so she's just making excuses and she's gonna do whatever the fuck she wants because that's what Amberlynn does. It is what it is, and you only live once. So who gives a shit about health? You know, just eat what you want and do what you want. Problem solved. I mean, honestly, that pretty much sums up Amberlynn pretty nicely. So anyway, I appreciate you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.